All right, how's it going, guys? We got a AliExpress haul here. Most of this is like solder related or a couple things for the workbench, but let's get into it. First off, we have this nano flux. This is from Mechanic. Apparently this stuff is pretty good. Doesn't smoke very much and kind of stays where it's supposed to. I've heard a couple good reviews about it, so I picked up, Whoa, look at how, look at how clear that is. So this is flux. And for comparison, this is my other bottle of flux. It's like amber, but this is literally completely clear. So that's really cool. We'll have to try that out. It came with 2 dispensing tips, and I got 2 bottles of that here. So we'll have to give this a go in just a second. Maybe afterwards I'll quickly hit pause on that and test it with my soldering iron. But until then, we're gonna test out a couple other items. We have a solder paste dispenser. I actually got 2 of these, one in each color. Let's open this up. So the idea behind this one is that it gives you a little trigger that you can push. I believe it just goes, I'm not sure how to get this on, but I believe it goes like around, this goes down in there, and then this kind of replaces the plunger, if you can see. So then when you do this, it like increments it forwards or something, I believe, or just pushes it down a little bit, and then you can screw. I'm not really sure. Again, I'll have to test it out and see how it works, but I got some of this just for dispensing smaller amounts of solder paste. Just being able to use it with my finger like this instead of when you're holding it and trying to go, it can get you end up putting too much. It's just kind of not ideal. But anyway, so we got 2 of these, one in orange, one in blue. Very nice. I'll test those out. Next up we have, let's open this. Next up we have just a little bit of flush cut pliers. I needed something just a little bit more sturdy. So these are just some little guys. You put them down flush with whatever you're trying to cut. Let's get it focused there. You can see they're angled off on the side there. But right now I have a set of these snips, which are great. I got them with my a first 3D printer. But in case I'm ever looking for something a little more solid, sometimes my fiance borrows them, so these will be great. Cool. Great. And then I picked up a little board here. This is the NRF 52840. I believe it's like a little Bluetooth board. Let's open this up. Yeah, so I got this because this might be a chip I want to design around. So being able to see a pre-existing implementation of it is definitely helpful. But yeah, it's a cool little board. I haven't used these before and I'm not sure how to, but I'll figure it out. Anyways, we'll just throw that back in there for now. Close it up. Move this over here. Then next up, we have this. I got another little liquid dispensing bottle. This one I keep my isopropyl alcohol in, and I'm not sure what I was gonna put in this one. Maybe, I don't think acetone, that might be a bad idea, but I thought it was just a good idea to have another bottle that I can use to dispense whatever liquids, or if I get flux cleaner, I can put that in here and dispense it like this. But it comes with this little rubber cap on top, and when you take that out, as you can hear, there's some stuff in there. So we actually have a couple needle tips, which aren't in their thing. Yeah. So how you put those on, you just take this, stick it on top of here, put it on, and then unscrew this top bit, and you can poke it through there if you would like. I believe I should probably be putting like the cap on it to prevent does that stick in there? Huh, I actually never knew that. I don't know if it's supposed to do that or if that just happened by force. Okay, yeah, I think it just got kind of friction stuck in there. But yeah, so you put this on there, and then you can just dispense a drop or two of liquid. I'll show you with my one that I already have. Cover that up. So here's my existing one, and when you put the extra like cap on, you're able to just dispense out 1 drop, 2 drop, whatever you need. And that's super helpful when you're using these nano sponges or a Q-tip, because that way you can just put a single drop on there and it still soaks up the flux. But normally when I tried to use it before, I would just like douse it, and then it ends up spreading it around a lot more than actually cleaning it up. Anyways, let's put this back in here so I don't lose any of it. Ooh, sorry. Sweet, cover that up. There we go. Next up, I already have some of these, but I picked up another little set just because I think they're awesome. I'll just grab the one that I already have open. So it's these. It's little pry or like IC clips. So they all connect to these DuPont connectors, and then you can plug them into a breadboard or whatever. But when you pull back on this, a little tiny hook comes out, and you're able to grab onto super small parts of the board. You know what I mean? Come over to here and I can go, oh, I want to grab this leg of the IC, and you can actually grab onto it. So very useful for debugging. I already used it. Mostly it's really helpful with the oscilloscope. I just have a little handheld unit here. But that way you can easily connect to it without having to like take it off the board or do anything like that. Very nice. And finally, we have a infrared thermometer. I originally got this for my little hot plate here, but it's just a little unit. I already put some batteries in it. You just pop open the front here, stick them in, and then should be able to, yeah, get a nice temperature reading. So my hand's 33. The black mat is 22. The hot plate is 22.6. And then I'll point it to like a sunny area on the floor. Yeah. And I have tested it a little further out, but I'll have to heat up the hot plate or something. But look at this thing. Boom! Get on the ground! You know? Anyways, yeah, this is my haul. I'm going to, I think, do a whole video on this flux. Because, yeah, I have heard that it actually is, like, no clean, smoke-free. Like, really impressive stuff. So I'm excited to try it out. And we'll see. I might throw that in this video, or I might do a whole separate one on it, comparing it to my other flux and, like, the smoke points, how well it kind of goes on there. But anyways, I hope you enjoyed this little AliExpress unboxing. I can try and put the links in somewhere if you want them. But yeah, so far the stuff, sweet. Hope you enjoyed.